God has given you a powerful tool to share Christ, and it is something no one can deny. What is it? It's your testimony. A testimony is your story about your encounter with Jesus. When you share your story, it gives people hope that God can do the same for them.
No matter which country you are tuning in from, welcome to St. Mark's Cathedral. The magazine committee of St. Mark's Cathedral is hosting a new series called My Testimony. This features life-changing stories, narratives of how God has intervened in the life of its members. Today with us, we have a Josephite by heart, an engineer by profession, a congressman by conviction, someone who walks the talks and believes and has immense faith in our Lord Jesus Christ. We welcome today our first guest in the series, Mr. David Pichamuthu.
Hello.
Welcome,
Yeah.
Uncle. Thank you for
Okay.
joining us today. Please come. Yes. Uncle, thank you so much for joining us in this series called My Testimony, which is a part of the magazine committee of St. Mark's Cathedral. So, 1954, you graduated from St. Joseph's College. You did a BSc in Physics, Chemistry, and Maths.
Yeah.
And you told me that Father Boniface and Father Ferroli played an important role in your life. Could you share how they influenced you?
Actually, Father Boniface D'Souza was the principal. More than that, we had Father Montero, who was the vice principal. And we learned a lot about discipline from him because he was very disciplined in his approach. And in fact, those days we had this old stone building and we had the two staircases on either end. One facing the college, the left side you go up and the right side you come down. And if you were caught doing the wrong thing, you would be fined
Punished.
foreigners for building fund. And other man, of course, was Father Ferroli, the Italian.
Okay.
Elderly, very elderly man. I don't know, when we were studying, he must have been already over 70.
70 years. Okay.
He was a mathematician. He taught us mathematics.
Okay.
He knew astronomy. So we had a telescope on top of the building,
Yes.
remember. So sometimes at night we used to go up and we used to set up the telescope, we watch the stars. So Father Ferroli was a very good person, very absent-minded. So one day he came up after lunch, put his hand inside a cassock to take out the duster.
Okay.
Came out with two bananas.
Banana.
A very lovable person.
That's fine. That's fine. Uncle, you mentioned that you play cricket, you love cricket as a game, and I think your biggest was 93 not out, when you played. Could you tell us, when looking back at your experience, could you tell us how important it is to seize unexpected opportunities in life?
Actually, that was a very, you can say it was almost like a small miracle. I had not taken part in any selection, and a team from Jamshedpur came to Dhanbad. Dhanbad was
Okay.
where I was studying IIT, which is now IIT, Indian School of Mines.
Okay.
And the Railways team didn't have an opening batsman. They requested me to play. And the Jamshedpur team was more than half the side was from the state team.
Okay.
And they had a very good fast bowler, Bimal Basu. And I scored 76 against him. He was very impressed. He said he'll call me for the trials.
Trials. Okay.
But I never got anything. And then first match, Bihar played against Assam.
Okay.
So I thought he'd forgotten about it. But then I got a message. So I was there in the team to play against Orissa. And in my first match, I was lucky to have carried my bat through the innings.
Good.
That means
That's
I opened the innings
Open
and
innings,
remained
yes.
93.
Yes. 93 not
So
out.
that was, I think it still maybe person scoring, carrying the bat through the innings on a debut
Yes.
was a record.
It was a record, absolutely. And how has that shaped your perspective in some sense?
That shows that, in a way, God moves in mysterious ways.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So I had no intention of playing. I was called suddenly when the selection took place. And then
Everything. Did you continue to play cricket after that? Or
a couple of years those days there was no money in cricket.
Yes, yes.
So you couldn't earn anything.
It was more of a passion.
So I had to follow my career.
Career.
So I, 3-4 years I played, and after that it
Okay.
was not possible.
Uncle, I'm going to your work experience now. See, as a divisional manager of Tata Coal Mines, you faced a major setback when you were suddenly sacked from the job. How did you cope with that, both emotionally, mentally, and how did God help you at in that process?
Because it was very strange. I was 48 years old at the time, and at the level at which I was, it was not easy to get into any other company because it's parallelly they don't take people at that level. And strangely, both my wife and I were never very worried. I don't know how it happened. Probably
When this
faith,
happened,
yeah,
yes.
faith in God or something.
Yes.
So about 3 months, it was a very tough time, but
Yes.
we coped with it without much of a problem. Then something happened, and Mr. Rusi Modi was the chairman and managing director of Tata Steel.
Yes.
He called me back, and then he gave me the post of managing director in Almora Magnesite. So
See,
that was definitely God's
divine intervention.
no doubt about it.
Absolutely. And have you spoken about this a lot to people around you? Because this is something this is an inspiring story.
Whenever the occasion, arose, I've spoken, but not specifically tried to project it.
Projected. So, Uncle, in connection to this particular story, what would you suggest the younger people who might be watching this video on facing this kind of a challenge, and how do you
First of all, you have to be good in your work.
work? Absolutely.
And then you trust God.
God.
You
Absolutely.
can't only trust God and expect
And
things
not
to
work.
happen.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay. You described a near-death experience with a falling boulder, during a mountain journey. Could you speak about that in the perspective of life, death, and destiny?
See, that was a very major sort of, you can say, experience. Uh, you can imagine if you have been to the Himalayas, the road is a very winding road.
Absolutely.
And at night, only the headlights pick up the ribbon of a road,
Yes.
You can't see anything. You don't see what is on your left side or right
Yeah.
side. Right side is one side at least, it's a mountain wall.
Yes.
Other side is a sheer drop.
Sure.
So this was in winter, it was quite cold. So the shutters were rolled up. My wife and I were traveling. I was sitting on the right side. The mountain was on the left side. Suddenly there was a thud, and then something landed on my lap. It was a boulder about 10-inch diameter.
Wow.
And then I looked, and it had punched a hole through the
vehicle
window.
To the window.
So this was obviously it had traveled at a very good high speed.
Absolutely.
Otherwise, you would have hit the glass and just fallen down. So the way it has punctured through, it was high speed.
Absolutely.
Now, if the car had been slightly slower, it would have hit the driver.
Yes.
And he would have lost control,
Absolutely.
he would have gone down.
Yes.
Had it been slightly faster, it would have hit my head.
Absolutely. Yes.
So that's where it was surely a divine
intervention. Absolutely. How has that incident shaped your faith in Jesus Christ?
See, all these things only strengthen your faith in God.
Yeah.
Because you don't really have a specific thing, but it's like something gets added on every time.
Yes. Yes.
So it's like that.
Yes. Yes. You often credit your faith to your wife's faith and resilience. And during difficult times, I think she's played a very significant role in helping you keep that faith. Could you speak about how your wife has influenced your faith?
As I said also, whenever any problem arose, small or big, she was never used to say that, oh, you didn't do this, or that has happened because of this or something. So together it was sort of, we faced it.
Okay.
And like I said, when they lost the job also, it was a major thing. My eldest son was going to appear in the 12th.
Okay.
Younger son going to appear in the 10th. It was a very crucial time.
Very crucial time, absolutely.
And then the whole thing became very uncertain. But we sort of faced it together.
And how has that helped you in your professional journey, your wife's faith and her resilience?
See, because one thing it helped was that I could concentrate and tally on my job.
Okay.
In a way, I didn't do much to help at the domestic side of it,
Okay.
So she could take care of everything.
Everything.
My only job was to earn money.
Money and provide for the house. Okay.
So to that way, had I also had to worry about doing domestic things,
Yeah.
it might have
Might have
affected
affected the way the family is.
because my profession mining, it's a 24-hour job, because
Absolutely.
the mines work around the clock.
Absolutely.
So anytime, sometime the middle of the night, we called up.
Yes. And you have to go.
Have to go.
Yes.
There can be accidents sometimes.
Yes.
You can't say, okay, I'll wait. I'll come
Yeah.
at 9 in the morning.
No, absolutely.
You have to go
You
immediately.
have to go. Yeah. Okay, something happened in 2009 in your family, and you mentioned that your wife suffered a severe stroke, and that made her wheelchair bound for a long time. I'm sure as a husband, there's a lot of emotions connected to this, and practicality of taking care as a caregiver. Could you speak about what happened and how that episode, in some sense, helped you get more closer to God?
See, what happened in 2009,
Yes.
January, he suddenly had a severe stroke.
Okay.
The entire right side got paralyzed, and
Paralyzed,
she
yes.
was wheelchair bound.
Yes. Yes.
When your whole right side is paralyzed, your arm also doesn't
Work. Yes. Yes.
So you cannot self-propel yourself also
Yes,
in a wheelchair.
Yes.
So we had to get a motorized one. That was only part of it.
Yes.
The main problem was to take care of the entire sort of managing the whole thing, including medication,
Yes.
physiotherapy, all
Yes.
these things. So this was entirely a new responsibility. In fact, at that time, people had told me you wouldn't be able to manage.
Okay.
You had to put her in some sort of a home. So I knew that her temperament, had she been put in a home, she might not have lasted even 2 years.
Okay.
So because we had luckily my parents had provided us with a independent house.
Sure.
So there is a garden and all that. So she could spend time there instead of being cooped up in a flat.
Absolutely.
Or definitely in a home where the atmosphere may not be that
very
good.
good. Exactly.
So that is how it has helped. And she had 2 severe infections, hospitalized. One of them, the doctor, that night he said, it's a 50-50 chance.
Wow.
Either way it can happen.
Okay.
But then we had good neurologist was very good.
Absolutely.
And we pulled through all that. So it's been a lot of tension is there. But again, our faith in God, both of us are there. So we've been able to manage
all that. Because sometimes I always wonder, when you look at it from the human perspective, when challenges come like this in life, sometimes as Christians we also question God. Why me? Or why us? Is there a time where you ever questioned God?
No,
during this time?
Very strangely, this question has never come to me.
Okay.
Because, as I told you, I have got so many blessings in life.
Absolutely.
We got 2 sons who are very loving.
Yes.
You see so many cases where the children grow up, they declare,
parents.
they live their own life separately.
Yes.
But luckily, both the sons are very loving.
God.
So that's there. It's a blessing from God, So, you can't, as in the Bible it says, when you get suffering, don't think that something strange is happening. So that part of it is true.
Yes.
So you have to take it as part of life. You cannot have everything going back according to your will or wish.
Yeah, I think sometimes sicknesses also bring us closer to God.
You
connect to Him more personally.
See, doctors can do only so much.
Yes, absolutely.
Beyond that,
it's only God.
Yeah.
Has that shaped you? Has that made you a better person in terms of your faith with Jesus Christ?
I don't know if I'm a better person. But my faith has remained.
Okay.
Never really questioned.
Okay, never questioned the faith. No, I think that's a very important lesson to all of us, to everybody listening, that never give up on God and never doubt that faith because
also
God loves you all the time.
My profession, underground coal mining.
Yes.
They say in peacetime it is the most dangerous occupation.
Absolutely.
Coal mine, underground mine.
Yes.
And I've been through several years of this, starting from the lowest rank.
Yes.
And spent whole shifts underground.
Yes.
And nothing happened. I've seen accidents happen. fatalities happen, all
Yes.
this happened.
Yes.
Disasters where
Yes.
I was part of the rescue team to go and only
Rescue,
brought out dead
yeah.
bodies. There was
My
not a
God.
single survivor.
Survivors of that.
Explosions. So all these things have happened. So my faith has remained.
They remain strong with God. That's nice. Over the past 16 years, you have weathered storms of sickness, illness, uncertainty, yet you give a lot of credit to God's guidance in your life for sustaining you and your family. Uncle, how has this journey, shaped you in terms of your leadership and perseverance?
No, perseverance, I think, has been always part of my this thing.
Okay.
See, I was an opening batsman.
Yes.
So you don't give up. You get hit
Yes.
sometimes, the
Yes.
fast bowlers, but you don't give up.
Give up, absolutely.
And similarly, in my career also, I had setbacks. I was even apart from that, losing the job as such.
Yes.
People have got promotion over me,
Yes,
which I felt
absolutely.
was not fair.
Unfair, yes.
But it never affected me. I continued to work with the
Yes.
same,
Same.
what you can call, dedication to the job.
Absolutely.
That was it.
Actually, something interesting you just said, because I know I'm talking, keeping in mind the current situation. A lot of time in a lot of corporate industries today, so that the young people can listen to your wisdom. A lot of times promotions are given to people who don't deserve it, or sometimes to somebody who's younger. And I know a lot of Christian young people who feel very bad, suffer, get depressed and stuff. Because today you're hearing a lot of depression is just among young Christian people. What would you advise some young Christians who probably have this kind of situation?
Yeah, only thing I can say is that you continue to do your job.
Yes.
Let that not affect you. Somebody has overtaken you. We should not try to shirk or try to sabotage something.
Sabotage, yeah.
You continue to do your work. Have faith in God.
God, yeah.
Ultimately, it will work out.
Yeah.
You may suffer setbacks.
Setbacks, yeah.
There's no guarantee in life that you will not have any setbacks.
Yeah.
You will have. Like in cricket, sometimes you get out the first ball.
Yes, I know that happens. Yeah, absolutely. One more question I have before we speak about your commitment to the church and the country. You did engineering, engineering at a time where people probably never thought about this course. So what made you choose engineering as a...
See, engineering was well known. Civil, electrical, etc. But mining was something because my father was a professor of geology and also he was the director of mines and geology. For that time, Mysore State. Karnataka was not Mysore State.
Yeah.
So during summer vacations, I used to go along with him to see some of the mines.
Mines, yes.
I got very fascinated with them.
About that. Okay.
I was determined to become a mining
engineer.
So then finally I was able to crack with School of Mines was All India competitive exam. So I was able to get through to that, then came into mining. So that's how I came in. But mining has been a passion.
Passion for you.
Right. Even now I continue to be active in the sense I contribute articles. Take part in seminars. Institutional engineers. I'm a
wonderful.
Mining Engineers Association. So various.
You're still active in that particular field.
Not physically, but taking
in whatever way you can. Uncle, you're a long time member of this church. You've been a member for so many years in St. Mark's Cathedral. Could you tell us about how Mark's Cathedral shaped your faith, both as a young man and now?
St. Mark's, actually, I became a member because my parents became members in 1950.
Yes.
That was 75 years ago.
Yeah. Okay.
So I remember. So that is actually 1/3 of the life of the cathedral. So, seeing the series of pastors and all that, very great. It has really shaped our faith. In a sense.
Absolutely.
It's like a place where you come for your solace.
Absolutely.
Renewal of your faith.
Absolutely.
We had the series of great pastors.
Yes.
Congregations have been good. So, and it's been changing.
Absolutely.
Now it's much more cosmopolitan.
Yes.
And it's one church where still, not fully, but at least to a large extent, the Anglican tradition is maintained. Yes. Maintained. Yes. And we like to follow the same tradition.
Absolutely. And for those listening to us, just a couple of questions. Who was the first bishop that you remember serving here at Mark's?
Yeah, that was again 1947. the year we got the independence,
Yes.
the Church of South India was also formed.
Okay.
So
Okay.
till that time, the bishop in charge of this area was the Bishop of Madras.
Madras. Okay.
So 1947, September, Church of South India was formed.
Yes.
Then the Diocese of Mysore was formed because that's
Yes.
why Mysore State
Yes.
was
Mysore
there.
State. Absolutely.
And Bishop Premaka Guru Shanta was the first bishop.
First bishop.
In fact, you can find his the plaque memory of him on the southern wall of the cathedral.
Okay. Okay.
It is there. It's a nice shiny brass plaque. So that was the first bishop.
First bishop of the church. Okay.
He was followed by Bishop Sargent and others.
And
now our own presbyter has become
the bishop.
Dr. Vincent,
Absolutely.
So we are very happy.
Happy about that. Yes. Sir. Thank you. Until you were 11 years old when India got her independence, 1947. And I remember you sharing that you heard on the radio that famous speech by Pandit Nehru. Could you share a little bit about how it felt that day, both as an Indian and as a Christian?
Actually, it was really a momentous occasion. Those days there was no TV.
Yes.
So we would listen to on the radio. It was midnight. And Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru spoke. It was a famous speech called the Tryst to Destiny speech.
Yes.
A very moving speech.
Yes.
And we listened to it on the radio. It was a very strange feeling, Suddenly, though I was very young, but still we could feel that everybody was in a happy mood. Next year, the whole town was celebrating.
Yes.
Patriotic songs and flag hosting.
Sure.
My younger brother, myself, a friend of ours, another boy, he got hold of a flag staff.
Okay.
A small one.
Yes.
Got on top of the house, fixed it and got a flag and attached the flag.
Yes.
It was a very sort of euphoric moment.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. How, Uncle, connecting to what you just said, in today's context, being a Christian in a country like our country, there are challenges in the faith. So as someone who has experienced that moment of freedom in 1947, you've seen so much of this country. What would you say to the Christians listening to this message in terms of your testimony of being a Christian in this country?
Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru was a true Democrat.
Absolutely.
And then we had the Constitution, Ambedkar.
Yes.
The Constitution where we had the freedom of religion.
Absolutely.
To practice, profess and propagate
our faith.
Religion.
Yes.
So that was for a long time, but in the last 11 years, we've seen this being curtailed.
Absolutely.
Christians being persecuted, pastors being attacked, churches being damaged.
Yes.
So this is very worrying.
Yes.
So we are getting into an area or a time when the challenges for Christians are going to increase.
Tremendous, yes.
And the only thing which is going to sustain us is our faith in God.
Absolutely.
That's the only thing we can do. And join all democratic movements.
Absolutely. Yes.
I'm not saying you join any particular party.
Yes.
But anything which is opposing these fascist ideas.
Absolutely.
We'll need to do that.
Absolutely. And I'm sure when Pandit Nehru spoke that day, he spoke of a more holistic, open, dynamic India that everybody feels equal and everybody feels.
Definitely. And that was enshrined in the Constitution.
Absolutely.
Every individual. You see, we got the voting rights, universal suffrage, this voting rights.
Yes.
Even before the Americans.
Absolutely.
Americans gave the voting rights to blacks.
Yeah.
I think
very later
in the 1960s.
True.
58, 59. Whereas in 47, every single Indian had the right to vote. And even the way we tried to bring up women and marginalized. So a lot needs to be done even now.
Absolutely.
But to a large extent, we have tried to do all that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you so much for joining us in this first episode of the My Testimony series with Mr. David Pichamuthu. Please stay tuned for more powerful testimonies, more stories from our Cathedral members. So, Uncle, thank you so much for joining us and thank you for everything that you shared. Thank you so much.
Whoa, this is my testimony. Whoa, this is my testimony.